Next, we'll see everyday logging, the way it really works, as well as construction of a temporary bridge, both at a remote camp in a jungle.
Okay, now we are doing the harnessing process, and this is the first step of the process. The next step is putting the saddle, or Utinlay calls it the quiche.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are tying the chains to it.
The rope is
elephant. Here's another elephant, it's a tusker, and we see now that they have a slightly safer saddle, constructed a little bit differently, and they are also putting the front part of the saddle, and then there is one that goes in the back, so you can see to the other elephant. See that the saddle is the slight piece of rope that the saddle holds, but to keep it balancing. And here now is the complete operation. A man on the saddle. The elephant is all saddled, freshly cleaned from a bath, and ready to go to work. Again is making 2 holes that will be required in each log. There are 2 holes. And here we have 1 log. It's about 3/4 ton of ironwood. You can tell by the color. And he's just preparing the 2 holes, and then be connected and the chain. Now we're actually sculpturing to make it easier. I think this one is the youngest, and he has the biggest problems dragging. You can see that he's straining. And here is the first elephant. Stopping for a second. Obviously it's much easier to breathe in the water. So here we are coming out of the water. And let's see if there's any change. Tied to a second elephant, and here's the log, and it's very easy for them because this is only a demonstration thing, because the log is not all that heavy. And you can see here's the back view, 2 elephants. Okay, now this is the hardest part of the job here. There's quite a steep incline, and you can see that the elephant is training quite a bit to do the job. At the same place.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a little bit harder. You can see the log, and there's a lot of, as you get out of the water, obviously it's becoming much harder. January 1st, 2003, and we see an operation. First of all, a man is cutting the tree by the felling method. The tree will go into the river, and the whole purpose of the operation here is see a road that just stops at the river, and they want to continue to the other side, so they are using elephants to drag logs and you can see this elephant here pushing the log, and eventually they put lots of logs, and then the bulldozer is covering it with dirt, and that's how you get kind of a temporary bridge. And the tree we saw before is simply going to go into the water to add to the logs that they need to construct the bridge. Okay, it's about half an hour later, and they're still working. As you can see, it takes quite a bit of time to get that bridge going. And it's doesn't seem to be too difficult a job for the elephants, because they only have to drag the log in the water, which probably makes it so much lighter, and the logs are not that big. Again, we are constructing a temporary bridge. So the road can continue. This road here can continue on the other side. This one is pushing the log, which again can be done because it's in the water. Something to be using a combination of foot, leg, pushing the log towards. No problem.
A couple of days later, the laboriously constructed bridge, whose beginnings you have just seen, was washed away by unexpected hard winter rain. The elephant handlers you see in this film earn $6 a month and a sack of substandard rice. Their job is doubly dangerous. First, working with elephants day in and day out is risky. Second, the handlers, or Oozies, are loggers too, and logging is a hazardous occupation in and of itself. In the next 3 clips, you will see that trees and logs fall extremely fast, and that elephant handlers are subject to other hardships besides illiteracy, poverty, and malaria.
As part of the operation, we have uncovered biting ants. This one just bit me, and you can see that, and these poor guys now are sitting and cutting while the ants are eating them alive.
Unfortunately, one sees at times cruelty and indifference towards elephants and other animals, even among practicing Buddhists. Oozies once spent their entire lives with a single elephant, but now Oozies come and go. Moreover, just to eat enough, Oozies are often forced to overwork their elephants, on the side for private contractors. For example, of the 30-plus elephants we worked with in just 3 months, 2 teenaged elephants were compelled to drag heavy logs and consequently suffered possibly irreversible injuries. Note, for example, the swollen right shoulder of this young elephant. Here is a living example of unauthorized, destructive overwork of a sweet young elephant.
As you can see, it's very, very hard on the poor guy. And it really looks almost incredible that an animal that size can actually manage it. It almost looks impossible, actually. That's how big it is. And the poor thing is just an apprentice. One could say even there's an element of cruelty here. It's just too small.
At age 5, elephants undergo severe training, which some people believe breaks their spirit.
my to go in la day chika le lu bin to bama shi bu chi da na so chi pe chim da de